What is up, guys? It is 6 a.m. and I'm running late. Okay, just picked up the part, loaded up in the car. It was a tight squeeze, but we made it in. So I'm heading back in the car right now, heading back down to San Diego. I'm gonna drive to the shop and then I'll show you what it is. Stay tuned. Just pulling up to Premium and Flyride right now, but I don't see Daniel. I know that Chris is already here, so I brought all my headlight stuff and I'm gonna see if Chris can figure something out really cool with the E36 headlights that no one's ever done before. So bear with me, see if I can grab all this. Just leaving Flyride in Premium Auto Styling right now. I guess Daniel had a dentist appointment, so I missed him. But it was cool to catch up with Chris, and I'm gonna link all of Chris's social media below. So if you're in the market for either custom headlights, tail lights, or even just some upgraded bulbs like dome lights, go ahead, hit him up, shoot him a DM, get in touch. He's got some awesome stuff here, and it looks pretty cool. So I'm really excited to see how this project turns out with Chris. I can't wait. I think it's gonna be totally custom, and I don't think anyone else is gonna be rocking the same headlights. It is the next day. I just got to the hunt quarters and I also picked up another package from the UPS store. Let's go inside. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be doing. For those of you who don't know, my wife has an E93 M3. That's the convertible hardtop. I'll put a little picture right here so you can see it. It's Alpine white, super clean. It has powder coated black wheels, but it doesn't have any performance mods. And she was complaining to me that it was too quiet. So I thought for her birthday, why not surprise her with some little goodies that makes the car sound better and perform better. Got it. This is the exhaust that I picked up the other day in Fullerton, California. And this is an OEM E92 M3 exhaust. And what we're gonna do, which is common for these cars, we're actually gonna cut this open here and here. We're gonna remove these pieces of metal, remove some of the baffling with straight pipes, and then we're gonna put it all back together and we're gonna weld it back up. This is gonna make the exhaust flow quite a bit better, and it's also gonna be quite a bit louder. So I'm excited to hear what that sounds like. The next thing is in this little AFE box, and I'm gonna do a little quick unboxing on this, see what's inside. Okay, so we picked up the Stage 2 AFE Magnum Force intake. As you can see here, it's basically a plastic replacement with a nice cone filter. This should definitely improve the sound of the intake quite a bit. I'm super excited to hear how this sounds. Paired with the exhaust mod, this is gonna be pretty sweet. All of the mods we're gonna do on Chelsea's car are gonna take place when she's at work. So I'm going to drive her to work, which is actually very uncommon. And I'm going to take her car, we're gonna do the exhaust mod, we're gonna do the intake installation, and then I'm gonna wash the car and then go pick it up, and we'll see what her reaction is. So I put the muffler up on the table here and it's time to get cutting. As you can see here, what I'm going to do is use this cutoff disc here. I'm going to cut all the way around these two pieces here, just like this. Got everything all set up, now it's time to cut. I've cut all the way around. So now I'm gonna take a pry bar or a screwdriver. Pop this in here. Hey, here we go. Okay, now we pull out all this. This is fiberglass, so you definitely want to wear gloves. Whoa. Yo, I found your wig, dude. What? See this pipe here? What this does is this allows exhaust gases to go out into this chamber and basically get muffled. So I'm cutting this and putting this here. So it's going to be solid. Oh. But you put that back in so it doesn't drone.
Insulate it and kind of.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Wow, nice.
So I was really struggling with how to cut this pipe, and thankfully the neighbor next door hooked it up with a cordless Sawzall. So this is gonna work a lot better. I'll be able to get in here and cut this up real quick. So let's do a quick time lapse and finish this off. A lot has happened since our last update. Took me a while to cut this bottom section out here, but I finally got it. And I just cut my new pipe to fit in here, slid it in place. It looks perfect, so all I really need to do is weld it around on both sides, seal that up, and then move on to this next one back here. And here's the second piece installed. Finally, we are ready to weld. I'm gonna be using a Hobart handler here with argon gas, KL Fab. Thanks for the gauge, brother. And first I'm gonna tack everything into place. Actually, you know what? This is pretty solid. And then we'll put a bead as far around as we can. There might be a tiny leak, but I'm not too concerned about that. And we'll also weld this side up. I just finished welding up both this top piece and the bottom piece here. And I just gotta put all this hair back in, close the lids up, and weld it closed. Tacked everything back up. It looks good. It looks like nothing even happened. Now what I need to do is put a bead basically all the way across, make sure there's no leaks here, fill up any little gaps there was from the cutting wheel, and this project will be done. Decided to put the muffler onto the table. It's gonna be a lot easier to weld. You can see my tack welds here just holding it in place. I'm gonna toss a couple more tack welds on and then put a bead all the way around. Seal this thing up nice. It is now the end of day one on this project, and unfortunately, as I was finishing the welding on the outside of the muffler, I ran out of MIG wire. So I got about 50% done. This is all complete here. This is a little like bird crap. This is all tack still, so I still need to weld this whole section here, this whole section here. And tomorrow is Chelsea's birthday, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be picking her up from work in the morning, driving straight to the warehouse. I'm gonna install the intake and then head out, go get some MIG wire, finish the muffler, swap the mufflers over. So I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. I'm gonna check in with you tomorrow morning. Good morning, guys. Just got into the warehouse, it's about 6 a.m., picked up Chelsea's car. This is her E93 M3. Now that the car's cooled down, I'm going to install this AFE Stage 2 intake. Should be pretty easy, just got to grab a Torx bit and looks like a flathead screwdriver. So what's really cool about this intake is if you didn't know and you didn't notice this AFE Power logo, you'd actually think that it's stock. It retains the factory airbox with the factory scoops, which is pretty cool. And I just read online, this intake kit will make 15 horsepower over the stock setup. So it's gonna be quite a bit faster. I'm excited to drive it. Gun is all set up with the new wire, put on a new tip onto the MIG welder. I gotta finish this thing up. Just finished welding this up. Definitely not the most perfect stack of dimes, but I'd say pretty good. And the most important thing is that it's completely sealed. And now that the car is cold, I can take off the stock muffler and toss this one on. To remove this muffler, I gotta move really quick, so I'm just probably gonna insert a time lapse right about now. The battery just died in my camera, but for the past 20-30 minutes I've been transferring all of the old hangers off of the old muffler setup to the new muffler setup here. Everything is installed, and once we install it, you're actually not going to see any of this welded portion. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, then we'll be ready to fire it up for the first time. All right, just finished the exhaust. I'm going to lower it down right now and do the first startup. Sounds good. I am super, super pumped. Wait till you hear this thing. This thing sounds so good. good. It's not droney at all. I want to show you something. I totally realized I forgot to film an outro for this video, but I wanted to make one quick announcement. If you signed up for throtl VIP, we are making the announcement for the $4,000 sweepstakes on Monday. So definitely stay tuned to all of our social media. We'll be blasting it everywhere and we'll be picking the winner. As always, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Please drop a comment and a like. It really helps spread the channel and helps us grow. Thanks so much. Peace out.
I'm back here. Come on, I'm back here. Hey, I'm back here. We got things here. We got things there. You can check our channel to buy used parts. Back here. Hey, it's hey, doctor.